Scrapbookers, this is Megan and I am back today with another homemade kit layout for you. For this one, I am going to be using this picture of myself, which is always very weird for me to scrapbook pictures of myself because I don't do it very often. But I liked this one, and this one is probably a few weeks after I dyed my hair. If you didn't know or haven't really seen pictures of me, I used to have brown hair, pretty brown hair, and not pretty brown. I'm not like oh goodness, sorry. It's late. I probably shouldn't be doing this. Anyway, so I used to have brown hair, and I decided that I wanted to dye it red, like a darker red, kind of purpley color. And so I got it done, and I absolutely love it, and I never want to go back to brown. So I decided that since this background that I want to use is very girly and, floral and just really pretty, that I wanted to do a picture of myself. And so I decided to go with this one. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I cut down the photo pretty small. I don't really end up liking it that small, so I kind of go a different direction after this. I pulled out some frames thinking maybe I would use the frames. I didn't really like it with the background and the photo and everything, so I'm going to use those on a different layout. But here I'm just kind of matting my photo behind a bunch of different layers, and I'm not liking it. Here I'm going to use Close to My Heart Smoothie ink pad to ink up the edges of my photo. I'm going to glue my photo on this pink polka dot paper as well. And then I'm totally going to change it up, and I'm going to rip my photo off and completely change my thought process. So here I'm thinking, okay, I've got my photo matted, I'm ready to go. I had this scrap piece of the polka dotted pink paper that I really liked, and then that Be Yourself little banner that I had cut. And so I'm going to have an embellishment cluster area up there in the top right hand corner. I have these, I think they're from Meggy Holmes, they're gold hearts. So I'm going to have that be in each one of the cluster areas. So here I'm pulling out some of these kind of turquoise blue sequins. And I'm going to spread those around the layout. And then I also had this washi tape that is a yellow diagonal stripe, and so I put that down on top of the gold doily. Now this is where I'm thinking it needs a little bit of something behind the photo, more than just pattern paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit of this gesso down to cover up just a little bit of the space around the photo. And I really like the way that this turns out. It turns out really good. So let's see. I think this is where I'm messing with my photo, and I must be doing it off to the side. I didn't realize that I had done it off to the side. But I apologize about that you couldn't see me messing around with that. I think I was also waiting for the gesso to kind of dry. Then I'm pulling out my heat gun to kind of make it go a little bit faster. And I really should cut all of this out, right? I'm not going to, because I'm going to be lazy. Okay. I thought I had pulled out my heat gun, but apparently I didn't decide to use it. So here I glue down the doily, and I move around the washi tape. And then I add my photo back in. Oh, and I guess that I didn't take my photo off and play around with it off camera. So yay for that. Okay, so I had this blue pattern paper that was that Lucy paper that we got the inspiration for the kit from. I decided to turn it around to the Lucy side because I do like that. And it was just a scrap piece of paper, so it's always fun when you don't even have to make your own scraps. I decided to cut off the edge of this because the edge of that doily, because it looked kind of funky the way that it ended with that scrap piece of paper. And I'm still just sitting here thinking, I don't really like this photo. I don't really like it. You can see my hands being like, what am I going to do? So here I take it off of that mat that I had made, and I'm just cutting it down. And here I'm thinking, okay, you know what? I'm going to reprint this picture because I have totally and completely ruined this picture now. But I have a Canon selfie. I just haven't sat down to figure out how to use it. So I was just thinking, you know what? I'll just print it some other day. So I'm just going to use this as a placeholder. And here I'm using my Tombow adhesive. So now I'm just placing the layers and the different elements on the layout how I want them. I'm going to glue down this little embellishment cluster up here at the top right. And then I'm going to start gluing all of these layers down behind the photo. And I'm being very particular here about where I want this pattern paper to be laid. And now I'm going to put down this embellishment, the heart, and then I'm also going to glue down these sequins. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing there. I must have lost something. Maybe I lost my my zots, my glue zots that I usually use to put down my sequins. I couldn't find them, so I am stuck using my Tombow adhesive, which was very interesting to try to get to glue down these little teeny tiny sequins. So here I just put down 2 of those gold stars from part of the embellishment pack, and then I'm also thinking that I need a little bit more going on around the photo. So I'm going to end up putting my title right here in the bottom right hand corner of the photo, and I had cut out this word cool and put it in the kit. And I'm so glad that I did that. I got it from, let's see, Just Nick, and I believe it's justnick.com. I will leave a link below to her store, but I purchased her cut file. I believe it's called All Boy, and I absolutely love it. It is just so cute and perfect. And obviously you can use it for more than just a boy layout, because I used it on this layout of me. So here I'm just playing around with the placement of embellishments and things that I want to go on this layout. Those tags to the right of the photo, I'm thinking that I'm going to use those for my journaling. And I actually do end up using them for my journaling. I think I'm just going to switch them around a little bit. Okay, so I also add some of these pink sequins. I believe these are from Jelly Bean Soup, I think. I don't have them right in front of me, but I think they're from Jelly Bean Soup. I could be wrong about that. Now I've decided to use this close to my heart glue, and that seems to be working a little bit better than the Tombow glue. So I was glad that I pulled that out. Okay, so let's see, what am I going to do now? Now I'm kind of cleaning up, and then I'm going to deal with the title, or not deal with it, because that kind of makes it sound like it's bad, but it was actually a really easy cut file to work with, and I really love it. So here I'm just putting the negative and the positives together and try to figure all that out. Then I'm going to, let's see, I'm not sure what I think what I'm doing is I'm trying to decide whether I like the negative or the positive of this cut file. And I decide to go with, now I can't remember. Well, I can't remember what it's called. I think it's the negative. It's the one where it's just the cutout. It's not the letters themselves. Does that make sense? It's the one that's in the top, on the top right now. Okay, so here I'm placing some more sequins, and I put down another tag, and I'm just going to kind of interchange these and try to figure out which ones I want to use. And now here I'm going to incorporate this yellow alpha, and because I knew I didn't want my title just to be cool. I wanted it to be about my hair. So I'm going to have the title be Cool Hair. So, and I really like the way that looked. So I'm going to decide to use the negative. I think that's the negative, right? The negative cut file. Let's see. What am I doing now? I didn't make this layout too long ago, but you know me, I just can't remember anything. So there I finally put the other part of the cut file away. And I pulled out this wood veneer flower, and now I'm going to glue down the word cool and then put down the whole title, Cool Hair. I'm going to glue down that flower that is right next to the title, and that is where it is going to stay. I'm going to add a couple more sequins around the title, and then that is going to be it. And I am going to glue down those tags right above the title to do my journaling on. And basically my journaling just says, I totally love my new hair. I'm so glad I decided to do it. Thanks to Mark's mom. Mark is my husband, if you don't know, and his mom actually paid for me to get my hair done, which was really awesome because I don't pay to do things like that. I usually just buy a box and do it myself, which is the reason why I haven't dyed my hair in such a long time, is because I hate dyeing my own hair. So yeah, I just was really excited about how it turned out, and yeah, I love it, and I want to keep it red forever from now on. Okay, so now here I'm just gluing down the tags, and then I will do my journaling, and that is going to be it for this layout. Thanks so much for watching, you guys, and be sure to go on over and check out Christina and Felicia's channels. I'm not sure about Hannah. She might have a video up, she might not. She's in the middle of moving, and so she's kind of busy and crazy right now, so we shall see. I will leave links to all of their layouts below and to Hannah's channel so that you can go on over and find them. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you again next week. Have a great day. Bye.